Welcome back to MagicGatheringStrat. Today we're gonna play Endrju's 3-1 mono black control deck from the 12th of February. I have not played a single match with mono black control, but I am pretentious enough to think that I can do so. I've been told, and I think that blue-black Trinket Control is basically an updated version of mono black control, because I had a 26-0 record against mono black control with blue black Trinket Control at one time, but I might be wrong. So now I'm actually gonna play some MBC. I know it's a deck that you can change a lot, and there is a great primer in the podcast Pauper's Cage, where Chris Plummer talks about the deck. It doesn't show up in my net decks. I saved it there, but it doesn't show up, so I have to save it in my local decks, and then I have to load it again. Anyway, Pauper's Cage, I'll link that in the show notes. So you can read all about mono black control. It's a fun deck. It has a horrible matchup against Familiar Storm. It has a horrible matchup against Cloudpost. It does have quite a good matchup against the aggro decks, but I think it's a very dated deck. At one time it dominated the whole Pauper format. Please don't quit after one game making a video. So let's see if we find someone willing to play against us. This deck does not use corrupt, which I don't agree with, but we'll play the deck as he played it, because he got 3-1 with it and I didn't, so he must know something. It is a post bannings deck, but it still has Echoing Decay main deck, which I find a bit weird. I do love the fact that he doesn't play Ravenous Rats, because I think Ravenous Rats is such a worthless card. I like the removal suite here. I think I would prefer Tragic Slip to Echoing Decay. Maybe that's just me. I have Disfigure. Yeah, Disfigure, Deadweight. That's a question of taste. Verdict, Edict, Echoing Decay, and Victim of Night, and Tenders of Corruption. So it looks good. Hi Backstein, welcome to the video. Okay, I can play my removal spells. I think this gotta be keep. I can also circle the... Oh, it's against Affinity. That's a classic Pauper matchup. I think I need to cycle and unearth next turn if I don't have anything else to do, because I need the land. And I don't even have a creature. Though I won't have time to do that, because I will need to kill Mr. Carapace Forger. And I think the way to kill him is Verdict, perhaps. Is there anything? I don't think he has any of those in his deck. And I'm casting Verdict main phase here to avoid any weird counter spell or something showing up in his deck. So and there is Atog. He is not a vampire, so he is very dead. 3 cards for Spinning Darkness, but it won't do much to him. I gotta play the Mire, right? And kill the Atog. But now I'm out of removal. This guy, 3 damage, that's not very good. I think that needs to be sideboarded out. And here he comes again. And I am now in trouble. Though I can Spinning Darkness the Hour Guard. And I can Tendrils of the Corruption something. So if I Tendrils Atog, he needs to sacrifice an artifact, which he will do. So that won't do much. So what do we do? Maybe we just kill the Hour Guard. That's 3 damage, that's 3 damage. So I think we need to kill the Hour Guard with Tendrils. We are now wide open to fling. To Atog Fling. Uh-oh, and we might be dead. Though we can now kill the Disciple immediately. And I think we do. But it only hits non-black creatures. Oh. Does it show that I'm playing mono-black control for the first time? Maybe it does. I like to hit Atog with a 4 mana, with a 4 swamp. Oh, that's the other spell. Okay, I am taking some damage. Why is tapping mana? He has Fling, right? Okay, I'm gonna hit that. Just to get the 3 lives. But I don't think that's enough, right? Wow, he timed it the wrong way. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, that was interesting. Oh yeah, that was perfect timing on my part. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, maybe Spinning Darkness won me the game, so I shouldn't take that out. So what do I take out? What do I want to take in? Echoing Decay doesn't do much against his deck. To rest, Choking Sands can take him out, but if he gets going, he gets going. Okay, I'm taking out 2 Echoing Decay, bringing into bringing in 1 Choking Sand. Oh, that doesn't work. What do I have 61 card in my main deck? Interesting. Something is very wrong. I'll have to check that out later. It appears that I included 1 card too many. Here is another interesting hand. Combi Witches, not very useful. I am writing sideboard notes. There wasn't much to bring in, was there? Maybe I should go for the full set of Choking Sands. That's probably... There's not enough to duress. I think Tragic Slip would fit in here so nicely. Maybe I should just bring in Choking Sands And Spinning Darkness, the exact card that I wanted to take out. Let's see. Oh, he's doing the Affinity thing, missing land drops. Sorry for being such a noob with this deck. So what do I do now for maximum quality? I think I need to Sign in Blood. Even if it means throwing something away. And I think the card I'm discarding is a Witch. And now my curve looks... Oh, what kind of curve? Oh, everything is 2-drops. I can get the Witch back now with an Earth, but it's pretty lousy card to get back. Okay, he's not doing anything, so I need to deploy something. I am deploying a Witch. Saving an Earth for later, maybe even for cycling, because I don't want another Witch right now. The Witches are good against the Disciple of the Vault. This is Affinity from its worst side. But this is also Mono Black Control from a pretty bad side, because I just don't have the power to finish him. As I don't. My creatures are just weak and small. That guy is pretty good though. So I have a removal for his whatever he casts, and then I can Bojuka gang him. And that will hurt him pretty bad, as he doesn't have any mana. Yeah, Frogmite. Maybe a couple of Frogmites. That will stop me. That will stop my Bojuka gang plan, as will that. Okay. Do I now play Bojuka gang for 5 mana? Oh, why the hell not? Of course you can see it coming, but he needs to have that second Galvanic Blast. There is only 3 more in the deck. And I think I will be able to clear the way pretty good for Mr. Bojuka gang. Mirror Enforcer warning. But I'll just verdict the world. But there's a red mana, and Bojuka gang goes to the graveyard. That place where he belongs. Crypt Rats, that's interesting. Well, I think he needs to die. Do I want Combo Witches back? Probably not. I better get back the Crypt Rats instead. After they have killed something. I miss the Corrupts. I now have Corrupt mana. I think Corrupt is a super powerful spell in this kind of deck. And I really miss it. I always fear Corrupt when I'm playing against this deck. And he has the stuff all the time. Or maybe his hand is just Galvanic Blasts, but that guy is much more dangerous than a Galvanic Blast. And now at least I have something to retrieve with my Unearth. This is possibly a pretty good matchup for Mono Black Control. Yeah, I think it's a very good matchup. I have some old notice here that White Weenie and Delver Blue are problem aggro matchups, but this is not White Weenie, and I think that requires a specific build of White Weenie to be a problem matchup, and I think that was the case long ago when people actually played and won with Mono Black Control. Atog will die. Atog will die now. And unless he has something now, I will... Or he can just play 1 land Enforcer. But if it doesn't, I am gonna Okiba gang him. That's with crypt rats. That's just awesome. And here we go. Okiba gang for the win. I think Okiba gang is a card that I really like in mono black control. So I get the Disciple and the Carapace Fortune. Why are they still in his hand? Because of his mana shortage, of course. And he kept something. It's Mire Enforcer, and I don't really have a solution for him right now. Cause killing him with the Crypt Rats doesn't feel like much fun. I don't think... Will he attack? I can pretty much raise him now, so I'm not too scared of Mire Enforcer. So I'm gonna take that and hit him back. He's not gonna keep a card in hand, so I should have played Chittering Rats. And now I absolutely need to play Chittering Rats. Sweet Lord Jesus. So what do I do now? How to get rid of Atog? I think I need to jump block. I'm gonna jump block the Mire Enforcer. And Atog is lethal. So that's not what I'm gonna do. I am gonna block. So if we do, he needs to, I'm gonna take it like this. He needs to sacrifice one artifact, which is nothing, and just hope for removal. That's a pretty good card. Oh, unearth. So what do we unearth? Crypt Rats. So block now with Okiba gang. Do a fat Crypt Rats for 4 after the blocks, and then unearth Crypt Rat next turn. Sounds like kind of a plan. So this is the plan. Blocking here. He sacrificed an artifact, so now I can Crypt Rats for 4. And then I could actually Crypt Rats for 4 again, but that kills me, so that's not a very good idea. But I might Crypt Rats for 2 again. He sacrifices 1 artifact, but he needs to sacrifice 2. And there we go. Do I do it again? Yeah, I think I do. I got the timing wrong there. No, it worked. Okay, everyone is gonna die. I'm gonna be at 2 lives. And he's gonna fling. What is his last card? Hopefully something he can't play now. If it is a Carapace Fortress, I'm in deep trouble. Okay, this calls for Chittering Rats, right? Chittering Rats to the rescue. What's in the hand? And Barren Moor. Oh! Misclick! Stupid shit. Okay, that's fairly bad. Don't do that at home, kids. And I'm blocking here, of course. And he needs to sacrifice one more card. And the Barren Moor is really critical, of course. But I got the witches. So he will need to sacrifice one more card to get through the witches, but I'm not very hopeful about my chance of winning here. If I find the removal spell, I am very happy. Oh, it's a swear, so he doesn't get to draw the card for sacrificing it. Which is good, I'm blocking. I really want my Barren Moor back in my hand. There was actually the microphone that confused me by getting me caught up in the cord. Well, this is not the best card. Oh, if I had one more mana I could have drawn there. That's interesting. So is there a way for me to draw now? I don't think there is. Soon he will be able to play something, and here we go. Somber Hour Guard. And that's it. So, after thinking about it then, we have decided to include the full set of Choking Sands and the Spinning Darkness, and we're taking out the Echoing Decays and the Witches because they just don't do enough. So this is what we're gonna do, and we are once again surprised by the fact that we have 61 cards. I wonder what the 61st card is, because there was no 61 cards in the original deck list. It's fun. It's fun to play MBC. My first match ever with MBC, and I am liking it. I don't think this is a deck that people quit against. Though I really miss Corrupts. Did I mention? I miss Corrupts. Okay, we are gonna try to kill stuff with Victim of Night and Guess Verdict. We're gonna cycle the Unearth to find land, but we are going to kill this incredibly nasty creature. And there's Frogmite. And that requires us to kill him with Gets Verdict, because he enables Mirror Enforcers and will hit us. But next time we'll have to cycle. We can cast Spinning Darkness in when we have cycled. So we can actually cycle Spinning Darkness to kill something that shows up now. But not that guy, because he's black. And we learned that in game 1. So I'm cycling first to see if I pick up a land, because I don't want that Barren Moor. Ooh, that's interesting. So I can retain the Barren Moor in my hand. I wonder Is it like 5 mana I want on the board? So I should probably... Now I really need to win this. After all the mistakes I've done. Here's Carapace Forger, and he is starting to look quite dangerous. I think we need to play this and then do a giant Cryptrat thing. He doesn't have red mana. If we have 6 black cards in the graveyard, we can actually do the Cryptrats, do the Spinning Darkness ×2. But I think we're going for 4-point Cryptrats here, especially since we have Spinning Darkness. So we're taking the damage here. And finding even more fun stuff to do. So, of course, we are Cryptratsing now. So should we Cryptrats and unearth the Cryptrats? Not sure. But that seems like the best play. So they die, I take lots of damage. And I play Cryptrats. And I know that I have 6 lives from Spinning Darknesses available. Choking Sands looks really stupid now. I am however able to get rid of the Furnace, which will be good. I have 5 cards in the graveyard. So I am edicting here. And I'm killing the Furnace. He says he's flooded, and I tend to agree. I now have 6 black cards in my graveyard, so I can Spinning Darkness the whole world, except if the whole world is black. There is Springleaf Drum. And where are my corrupts? I can't hit the player with this amazing spell, no. So I'm far from being lethal with Cryptrats. And here comes Atog, I would assume. No Atog. And Witches. Witches and Cryptrats is a notoriously bad combo that I often see in blue-black Trinket Control. But at least Witches can beat down. He has drawn 65% of the lands in his deck. He's playing like 13 land. 14? Sounds very little. Okay, do we now double Spinning Darkness him? And then hit him for 2. That does 4 damage. That's a lot better. So we are 1. Oh, we actually are lethal next turn with Witches. No, we're not. We have 6 mana. But I think it looks good for us here. Are we gonna take out that guy? Yep. And we are now to 17, so we can now hit for 2 and then just Crypt Rats. And I don't think he can get any lives, so we just Crypt Rats for 6. And that's the game. Thank you for watching MagicGatheringStrat playing MBC against Affinity.